I woke up on my 27th birthday, angry, annoyed, and most importantly, resentful. So if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Lotus, or you can call me Lotus Z. This video is basically about overcoming resentment because that's what I've been doing for the last month. I've had this feeling of like overwhelming resentment and I want my time back. Try to understand my resentment. Like past month, I've really tried to get to the root. Like I've understood that addressing my childhood trauma, a lot of the things that went on in my childhood wasn't normal. I think about the decisions I made in my early 20s and I'm looking at myself now. I wasted my 20s being a people pleaser. I've just come to this realization that I've dissented myself. On my birthday, like I woke up and I was just so depressed. Like I was so depressed because I'm in a completely different situation than I was last year, and it really makes me angry. I put myself in situations where I could have, been taken advantage of just because I'm trying to please people. I didn't know how to say no. I'm in this messed up situation. I literally became homeless. Just have so much anger towards a lot of people in my life. I've learned that resentment just doesn't appear out of nowhere. I feel like throughout my life, it had always been there and it had just been building up. And then on my birthday, I feel like I kind of exploded a little bit. I definitely feel my upbringing has played a role in me being a people pleaser. I've had conversations with my mother and my father addressing a lot of childhood trauma that I have and attempting to hold them accountable. Your parents really shape who you are. Like my upbringing has, taught me to put others first at my own expense. People pleasing will have such a huge impact on your mental health, your relationships, your self-worth. I've put myself in so many situations. If I really cared for myself, I wouldn't be associating with people who did not care about me, who took advantage of me, who did not care about my well-being, who did not care about my mental health. I went through a huge friendship breakup in terms of I fell out with my whole friendship group, and it's simply because I got some boundaries. I got some self-worth and self-respect. If you set a boundary and the people you care about do not respect that boundary, they do not respect you. Simple. Point blank, period. They do not respect you, because if they did and if they wanted you in their lives, they would not cross a boundary. They wouldn't do something that they know will make you uncomfortable. It's difficult transforming and stopping yourself from being a people pleaser. Yes, at first you might be lonely, but your self-worth, your self-respect, your value for yourself is far more important than allowing people who do not respect or value you into your life. You need to reclaim your life, and that is what I'm doing. The turning point for me was definitely my birthday, because on my birthday I was just extremely reflective. I've just seen how my life has drastically changed, and not for the better. I was just filled with this overwhelming rage, and not even just at the people who had taken advantage of me and taken advantage of that people pleasing, but also towards myself, because I allowed it. The fact of the matter is I can't get my early 20s back. I can't get my mid 20s back. I'm looking at my life like this is not what I had planned for myself. I put my dreams on hold. I put so many things on hold for myself when I should have just been ultimately selfish. I've got all this anger inside of me. Why? Because I didn't put myself first. I decentered myself, when really and truly I should have been selfish, because my dream is to move to New York, to live my hot girl pop star life. But I've now taken a detour and I'm struggling to come to terms with where my life is at the moment. You shouldn't do that, okay? If you are people pleasing, stop it right now. It is important to set boundaries. with friends, but also family. I'm African, I'm Nigerian and South African, as well as a little Dutch. Anyone who is from an African household knows how difficult it is to set boundaries. I do believe it is very important to do so. Looking back at my life, if I had set those boundaries earlier, I wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't have all this anger towards myself or towards my family members. You need to understand that you have to prioritize your needs. At first you might be guilty, but you need to learn to prioritize your needs. Regardless of whether you share blood with someone or you don't share blood, you need to learn to prioritize yourself, because you don't want to be 60, 70, 80, having all these regrets just on the basis that you did not know how to say no. One thing I would definitely say I'm struggling with is healing and forgiveness, and I think it's so important to practice those things. Healing definitely starts with forgiveness. I would say forgiving people who have wronged me is a real big issue. If you know me in real life, you know that I'm a grudge holder. What? You did something in 2004? I remember the date, the time, the second, the emotion you made me feel. But holding on to all of that negativity, all of that turmoil that person caused you, it's not benefiting you in any way, shape or form. When I look back on my 27th birthday and I was thinking about all the things I was resentful about, it was just like, I actually need to learn how to forgive these people. One thing I would definitely suggest is writing letters to all the people who have offended you. Do not send them, do not, because you're just inviting more drama. What you should do is write these letters to them and burn them. You know, it's kind of like, you know, a cleansing ritual. Journaling is also a wonderful thing to do. Shadow work as well, wonderful thing to do. If you feel like the people in your life do not respect you, do not value you, I would definitely suggest building a new support system, or really looking into your inner circle and being more intentional about your inner circle. As I've started healing, I've noticed if there's anyone who does not take accountability, does not communicate effectively, you know, refuses to let go of negativity, is always, you know those people that are just, they're always negative but don't want to do nothing about the issue that they're complaining about. Yeah, no, you need to get those people out of your life, because like attracts like, and if you're in that energy, you're going to stay stuck resentful. I don't want to be resentful anymore. I've already wasted my early 20s, my mid 20s. Now I gotta lock in. We're locking in. I'm now focused on the future. I'm focused on what I want to achieve. I'm focused on my goals. And I think it's really important when you're creating your vision to be very intentional. Vision boards definitely help visualize what you want for your life. A vision book will definitely go into depth of all the different parts of your life. Once you have your whole life planned out, essentially, you can use Notion, you know, setting realistic goals, having some sort of goal system where if you achieve something, you reward yourself, because it really keeps you on track. And I think even doing like a monthly, quarterly, maybe bi-quarterly review, maybe every 6 months, whatever works for you is really good, because it shows that you're on track. On social media, anything that you feel like is distracting you or is negative, that is not adding to your vision, get rid of it immediately. In fact, pause this video, do it right now. We're not wasting our time on things that do not serve us. We're focused on our goals, we're focused on achieving, we're focused on being our best selves, practicing self-care and self-love. I would say this is probably the most important step, because all the other steps are kind of overlap into this. Meditation, journaling, practicing gratitude every single morning, having a clean, serene environment is definitely one of the things that is going to make sure that, you know, you are on track and you're not being distracted by other people. Rebuilding your life takes a lot, but I think the thing you need to start with is taking care of yourself. Because if you're taking care of yourself, you're meditating, you're journaling, you're practicing gratitude, everything else will fall into place. Your self-esteem will grow and you'll have inner peace. Because if you're doing all of these things, you start to notice, okay, this person doesn't work for me, that doesn't work for me. You're gonna get rid of everything else. Life, for me, is all about lessons. So it's important to take everything within your stride. Don't waste your time on not learning and evolving, rather than sitting in that resentment. We're here to grow and bloom into the best versions of ourselves. So yeah, let's do it together. Take a moment to reflect on your life. Are you prioritizing your happiness over everyone else's? If you've been where I was, know that it's never too late to start putting yourself first. Thanks for watching and being a part of this journey with me. If you're ready to start reclaiming your life, share your journey in the comments, hit the subscribe button, and let's keep growing together. Bye.